What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. It is Beyond Mondays, and this is the last issue of Batman Beyond Neo Year, and this was a great one. Um, a great way to end this one off with some great twists, and I can't wait to share this and hear your guys' thoughts on this one. Remember, before we get started, to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification button so you get notified of all the other great videos. But let's dive right in. So we open it up with this AI talking about how it cannot see you anymore and everything like that, and we get Loomis. And so in this, we're thinking Loomis is this AI. We're thinking Loomis controls this. That's why he's manipulating everybody. That's how we're getting the Gotham Knight. But we're in for a surprise for this one. So he's like, I look everywhere for you. And he's talking about the Batman. He's like, I wonder, Batman, in this final hour of your world on the cusp of mine, why am I afraid? So the AI is afraid, and it's afraid of Batman. So then we open up with Terry in his new bat suit that we found that he got last issue from Gazette, the three sisters in the like the controlling AI form, and he's in Barbara's apartment, and she's like, just like that, midnight hits, free will dies. Um, she tells him, like, and it's the first thing you do was to bother an old woman who finally got to put down the badge. And Terry's like, you said it yourself. You said Gotham has a pulse, and I need someone who doesn't run away from that pulse. And this was really cool. The art in here is really good. To see Barbara again in here, Terry going to confine to her. What I really liked was she something says this place can kill Batman, and we get the Gazelle in the Batcave, and the best part is she holds up her old bat suit, which is kind of cool. I really did like that. It threw back a lot of memories for that one. And she's like, I'm starting to see why, or what Bruce saw in you. And that was really cool because she was doubting him all this time, but she's finally starting to see like what Bruce sees in him. So that was really cool. And then we jump into Loomis having this big party. We found out last issue he was going to have this big party up and above the or above Gotham, and he's having this big party, and you can hear he's like, the future is at our door. And once the clock hits midnight, his new tech is going to go viral, so everyone will be able to use it. And it was so good. He's like, then we get this kind of like, um, something's going on. Everyone can hear this, and it's like, you have eaten well. You've chewed up the poor and distracted the rich. And it keeps going on, and then you kind of see this faded bat symbol, and then you see the bat symbol come out, and he says, the crumbs are on your plate, which I thought was really cool. It's kind of like, I'm here. This is my city. I'm going to protect this city. I'm going to help this city, which is really cool. Just how they worded this one in this issue was so awesome. And then we see Terry coming in. He says the future belongs to the night, and this is the final Gotham's face, which is really cool. I love to see this. His new suit is super sick. It still has the wings. So he flies down, and the AI is talking. He's like, "There you are, the thief of the night, fear and reinforced armor. The fear has only sharpened my perceptions." And he's like, it was cool because Terry's like, now your murder will be the last Gotham's ever known, is what this AI is saying to him. And then Terry's like, Barbara Bean, now. And then they say, copy that. And then Barbara tells him, stay alive, which I thought was hilarious. Barbara's like, stay alive. And Loomis is running. So we see all of the people there turned into the White Knight because of that chip that we found out last issue. Turns him into the White Knight, but Terry knows how to stop them. So that's why I said Barbara Bean now, and he shuts them down. And we see Dumas running away, and as he's running away, he's like, stop it. You're ruining everything, you stupid cosplaying sack of. And then Dexter Loomis. And then we see the GCPD under Barbara and Beam saying, you are under citizen's arrest to Loomis. I love how they mentioned Oracle in here. Beam's like, Oracle 1, this is evac leader approaching conflict zone, which I thought was really cool. And then Barbara, she's like, they should have learned to change the locks. And I thought that was hilarious because she's like, I'm a vigilante. They hired a vigilante. What do you expect? They didn't change the locks. And then Gazelle is saying, we're almost ready. The system's almost there. Just 5 more minutes. Terry tells me at 5 more minutes. And then Giselle tells him, like, the suit's, like, it's getting to the point where it's got too much. There's too much going on. Terry's like, ooh. And then just whap. His wings, like, they expand like I don't even know what you call them, like an explosion, or like it just kills, like a laser explosion that just kills the chip. And that was pretty cool. I really did like that. I thought that was super sick. The art in that was really good. And then so he's telling them, like, yeah, everybody, we gotta get off this thing. Like, everybody's gotta go. And Beam's like, yeah, listen to Batman, get out. Loomis is escaping to, like, an escape pod, but Terry's there meeting him, and he says, hello, Donovan. And he's like, you're running? And this Loomis is like, of course I'm running. Party's ruined. I don't like you much. And he's like, expect a call from my lawyer in the morning. I just thought that was hilarious. He's like, you don't know? Because Loomis doesn't know that this AI's been in his computer programming all this time, hijacking it. And Loomis doesn't know. He's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, I know everything. I'm my own man. And the Gazelle kids, they're like, Gotham is accelerating. Timeline not waiting for midnight. So the timeline's speeding up now. Terry shows his face, and Loomis is like, McGinnis? He's like, I see a man blinded by his own future, a man who is looking so far forward he can't see the ground under his feet, Terry tells him. He's like, in a matter of minutes, the Gotham people are going to be turned into the White Knights because of your tech. And he's like, the Gotham people are not going to allow that. They're going to fight back, which I thought was really cool because they have the Batman symbol so prominent that they know whenever they see it that they are safe, which I thought was really cool. And he's like, you have a choice. Harry tells him you have a choice to live through darkness rather than to give in. And Loomis said, a choice you can make, or Terry tells him it's a choice you can make every day. Loomis like, oh, so this is a choice. He's like, okay, well, I opt in. He opts into the AI. He wants the AI to give him the power. And so it takes over, and Loomis is like, yes. And the AI says, adjusting to your utility. Loomis is like, no, stop, shut down. And he's like, what the hell is happening? And Loomis turns into the dark it's almost like a dark witch, which is kind of cool. I like this villain. He looks really cool. Something you would see out of like a Spawn or something, and it just says die. I thought that was really cool. So him and Terry are fighting, and he's like, "Beam, get the spinners clear," and he tells Barbara like, "Make the space in the sky. I know you can hear me." And Gazelle, get ready to do your thing. So Terry jumps off the platform or the plane, and he says, "Jokes all set up," and "Hey, Jokers!" And this is cool. We get the Jokers with their bazookas blasting this machine down. And what I thought was really cool is he says, "Show me the punchline," as a nice reference to Punchline, the character. I thought that was really cool. So we're not done yet. Dexter Loomis is falling. So Terry grabs him and he's like, "Happy New Year, Bruce. The city's saved." Giselle tells him the city is saved. So we get into the end, close to the end here, where Booma is, she was 3 days as a detective and solved the mayor's murder. And so now they're holding a new election to get a new mayor. Dexter Loomis is put away, and they're using him to fix all the malware that he disrupted in Gotham. And the AI is telling him, "I'm not a virus. I'm the world." And Gazelle and Barbara in the Batcave, and Barbara and them and Gazelle are like, we could do some really big upgrades to this and help Gotham out, which I thought was really cool. Terry is talking to Bruce one last time, like, "I hope you're happy. I hope you're at ease now. Now it's time for me to find myself." And it says, "Batman, are you listening?" in the dark there. And then we get Terry, and we see him and Booma meet up. They're on their third date. They're having a great time. Terry's like, "Why don't we just go somewhere quiet, go for dinner as a real first date?" And he puts his hand on her shoulder and says, "Beam, stop." And she's like, "What?" He's like, "Thank you." She's like, "That's it? I should be the one thanking you. You're the one who saved the city." He's like, "Yeah, I guess, but still." He's like, "Now let's go. Now let's go before I change my mind." She's like, "I got you a mask. They're selling them over. You want it now?" And it's a Batman mask. He's like, "You know what? I'm good." And that's where our story ends. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. This was fun reading Batman Beyond and getting to talk about it. This is the Neo year. We're going into Batman Beyond Neo Gothic next, which is going to be super fun. I can't wait to read that one. But what were your guys' thoughts on this one? Let me know in the comments. Did you like it? Um, how did you find the ending? Is it something that you thought was going to happen? When I first read this, I thought Loomis was the evil villain, but it turns out his malware was the evil villain all along, which is cool. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed. If so, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification button so you get notified of all the other great videos. And until then, guys, hope you have a good one, and we'll see you next Monday. Later on.